Floyd, Pi Square, and I'm director and co-owner. There was a lot of conversations and thinking around it. So I previously worked for a fit-out firm, predominantly offices, but I have dabbled in healthcare, dental, and a few other sectors. For me, growing up in the design and build industry, there was quite an apparent gap, a disconnect between designing a space, fitting it out, and then the FF&E, which is the furniture involved in that process. So there really needs to be an expert person involved in the furniture and the FF&E spec when designing it. And there was a bit of a disconnect for that for me, and because I've grown up in the furniture world and I've got a bit of a love for the furniture of various different sectors, it was a bit of a no-brainer for me. One of the deciding factors was that I couldn't really set the business up on my own without any financial backing, because in order for large corporates and tenders to work within our industry, we have to have financial backing or money in the bank for people to work with us. I got offered to work with a company called Pi Group, who are my parent company. So we set Pi Square up so that I could be a shareholder in that, and then I have their financial backing, so that means I can go for the big tenders and I can work with the big companies and the universities and so on. So there was a gap in the market is the short answer. Yes, at Pi Square we're an independent FF&E consultancy. So in short, what we do is we help our clients, architects, project managers and developers source and procure the furnitures for their projects. The easiest way to understand is if you have a building and you turn it upside down and shake it, anything that's loose, we would help source and procure. So I mean, you know, there's a service that we can provide, and there's a service that makes us different from everybody else. And one thing that really separates us from larger corporates is the personal and the service. So anybody that you're dealing with within our business is at a higher management or a director level, so you know that you're dealing with an expert in that field. We would deal with customers that need to find the right furniture for the right purpose. So the business was set up in June. My parent company have been going for 6 years now, and they've not experienced a slowdown during lockdown because of the specialist area in healthcare that we work with. So healthcare is an industry that doesn't stop during pandemics or recessions. So that aspect has still been very busy, and it always will be. Where we've seen the slowdown is the commercial office market and dental, but that's starting to pick up again now. So I'm hopeful. We've got some we've got conservative plans. So we did a 5-year forecast as to where we think we can take the business, and we've been very conservative on the basis that nobody really knows what's going on at the moment, including government, including anybody. We all don't know how to deal with this pandemic and how to take it forward. So for us, we want to work closely with our clients, and we want to have long-term relationships with them and grow organically. What we mean by that is, work until we absolutely have to, start to look at employing people, potential project managers or salespeople, so that I can then strategically start to grow the business in other areas whilst they're working on those plans. So yeah, it's a good question really. We want to work with nice people, we want to do a good job, and they're our plans at the moment. I think downtown is something that the events are topical, they're for a reason, and they actually are interested in hearing your opinion and using that information to take that forward to civil servants, or Frank uses it within his network to make it heard. And there's not many groups out there that are actively doing that whilst saying they're doing it. Any social media, so we're on Instagram as Pi_SQ, we're on LinkedIn as Pi Square or Hannah Floyd on LinkedIn, and we also got a contact form on our website, which is www.pi-sq.co.uk.